550 billion liters of water captured, 7,000 kilometres of water-catching trenches, at least around 5 million hectares positively influenced by watershed restoration, and roughly 300,000 lives improved. Today, we're sharing the story of a large-scale water harvesting and land restoration initiative, and why this is genuinely good news for the climate. As the planet warms, rainfall is becoming more intense and more unpredictable. In many dry regions, the challenge is no longer the absence of rain, but how quickly water runs off the land and disappears. Instead of letting rain rush away, communities in one drought-prone region decided to slow it down. They reshaped the land with shallow and deep contour trenches, restored small streams and valleys, and allowed water to pause, spread, and soak into the soil. Not to move water elsewhere, but to keep it where it falls. This matters for the climate. When water stays in the landscape, erosion slows and topsoil is protected. Soil moisture improves. Vegetation can recover, not only on farms, but also on streambanks, commons, and uncultivated land. As land greens again, carbon begins to accumulate. It's stored in plants, in roots, and in the soil itself. Healthy soils can hold more carbon while also retaining more water, making landscapes more resilient to drought and heat. All of this happened in just 5 to 6 years. Halfway through this story, it's time to say where it's happening. This movement is led by the Pani Foundation across Maharashtra, India, one of the country's most drought-affected states, that is larger than a country like Italy. But this is not all. Pani also works directly with farmers, teaching sustainable farming practices that reduce reliance on synthetic fertilizers and chemical pesticides. These changes matter. They lower costs and improve livelihoods. They protect water from chemical runoff, and they help rebuild soil. When farming works with biology instead of against it, soils gain organic matter. That organic matter improves structure, supports life underground, and locks more carbon into the land. Together, water harvesting and sustainable farming create a reinforcing cycle. More water supports healthier soils hold more water, and both help store carbon while improving lives. Why does land restoration and sustainable farming matter? Here are a few facts worth knowing. On farmland, improved practices like cover crops, reduced tillage, and organic amendments are often cited to increase soil carbon by 0.2 to 0.5 metric tons of carbon per hectare per year. That equals roughly 0.73 to 1.84 tons of CO2 removed per hectare per year under those conditions. A 2022 analysis estimated that improving soil organic carbon storage in global cropland topsoils, 0 to 30 centimeters depth, has a potential of 29 to 65 billion metric tons of carbon. That equates to about 106 to 239 billion tons of CO2, roughly 3 to 7 years' worth of global CO2 emissions at current rates. In uncultivated areas like grasslands, shrublands, and woodlands, improved land management can lead to even higher carbon gains, often 0.7 to more than 1 metric ton of carbon per hectare per year under good practice scenarios. That's 2.6 to 3.7 plus tons of CO2 per hectare per year. These numbers show that across landscapes, both farmed and wild, better land and water management not only improves soil and water, but also contributes to carbon storage at meaningful scales. This story shows that when climate change, in this case drought, pushes people to the limit, communities can come together and find solutions that are practical, scalable, and climate-friendly. Not through grand technology, but through leadership, cooperation, and a deep understanding of land. And that is why this is positive climate news. Do you agree? Thank you for watching. If you have found this story encouraging, please consider subscribing. Thank you.